even if you're not a skilled cook. But like these squirrels, coons, even rabbit, they can get real tough. A lot of these small game, you slow cook it, and that kind of helps keep it moist and break it down. Everybody thinks about when the apocalypse comes, you think you're gonna be eating all these deer and elk and stuff. You're gonna be eating squirrel, buddy. Squirrel and birds, maybe a possum every now and then. Yeah. Them deer's gonna be gone quick.
What does raccoon taste like?
So what was the purpose of this video? I just want to know. This is some serious shit. So I saw this in my recommended, and it was about this pastor that pressed Rakai for acting sus on stream. You didn't know he had a pastor on? I didn't either. Now look, I'm not really a religious guy. Yeah, I should know this. Not saying there's nothing wrong with religion. I think anybody that has a religion, good for you. You know what I mean? Because I feel like religion can be a good thing for people who want that for them, for their life. You know what I'm saying? And that's all cool and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no problems with it. Just don't push that shit onto me. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to feel sorry for me or whatever. I don't like when religious niggas be doing that shit. That should be pissing me off. Like, bro, like, don't sit up here trying to thinking that you need to be a savior and all that shit. Like, bro, just let this comes back to the niggas minding their business type shit. This here, for some reason, I don't know why, kind of made me, I saw a little bit of this, but I didn't see all of this. But this kind of merely made me feel kind of a type of way, because apparently this nigga got mad at him for acting sus or gay or whatever. And I feel like this is always a thing that, for some reason, especially when it comes to niggas, where I feel like you doing something, and especially, mind you, he's only 16, by the way. He's a kid. Doing shit like this, for some reason, is extremely a problem. Especially when it comes to men specifically, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to say this for the longest time. I need niggas to stop thinking that just because you do some shit that may be sus or whatever, automatically makes you gay, as if gay people just do this on a regular. Like, if you touching a nigga ass, you just assume gay people just automatically just do that. Like, I want people to realize gay people are normal functioning human people, just like regular people. I just want you to know that. And we all, everybody in this world, your sexuality, none of that shit does not make, like, you just need it. I don't like how people do that shit. I'm sorry. That shit pisses me off a lot. Where people just assume, like, especially when it comes to niggas, like, you know, you do something gay or sus, it's a bad thing. You shouldn't be doing that because you're a man or whatever. As if gay, as if you were gay, like that's what you would do on the regular. I don't like that at all whatsoever. That shit is so stupid. A nigga being stupid and being a kid, being himself, shouldn't be chastised in any way, shape, or form. Nigga, we all did some shit that, you know, may be questionable or not. That doesn't mean this, and it's another thing too. I'm sorry, because niggas just automatically assume because he got influence because the kids are watching him that he does something that is quote unquote something that's not out of the norm. It's gonna lead a lot of other people to do the same shit, which it could to a certain degree, but all these people are individual people at the end of the day. Him doing something gay or something or could deem as gay or sus, it's not gonna make somebody gay. That's not how that works. You just don't automatically become gay because you start doing gay shits, you know, or shits that seems very sus as a straight man or whatever. You know what I mean? And this is the problem I have with this shit, especially with these religious ass niggas, these preacher ass niggas, because you can't say that you're inclusive with shits, but you're still condemning people for doing shit like that because they're supposed to be this certain way. Why can't niggas just not be themselves? I don't like that shit. This stuff is dumb too. Watching something that is gay or sus isn't going to make someone gay. It's not. Those are your actions. I can still be a straight man and touch a nigga booty, bro. That don't make me gay. And it always boils down to people's comfortability with their own sexuality. I could say a man looks attractive. I think we already been down this road. I have no problem saying another man looks great or even attractive or things of that in the nature. Me saying a nigga looks good doesn't make me want to fuck him. Just like I could say a woman can look good without me automatically seeing like I want to fuck them. If you think that that's the case when it comes to you, that means you just freaked out. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. If you can't compliment a woman and saying that she looks good or looks attractive without thinking that you just trying to fuck, that's a you problem. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I can literally say a girl look great. She look amazing. She look gorgeous. She looks amazing. She look hot. Without automatically being like, damn, I'm trying to beat her doonies down. I could do the same thing with a guy. A lot of dudes look fine. Yes. A lot of, like, bro, this is the thing, bro. You can't, it's crazy how when you compliment a nigga, you automatically are gay. You think gay niggas is automatically complimenting every nigga that they, just because they like dudes? Like, really think about this. Do you think that's like, really think about this. You think it's gay to compliment a dude. You think every gay nigga compliments every guy that they see. Really think about that. Do you think every guy that a nigga, every gay guy, every nigga he runs across with, or if he even comes off any type of way, you think that they just flirting with you, they trying to fuck you, and that's the first thing that's on their mind? No. That's not what that is. They are normal humans just like everybody else. Like, I don't like this shit, bro. They think gay people are just horny 24/7 and their whole life is about them being gay. Exactly. They really think it's just gay personified. They think that every gay person, they just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something about something they got to do, something freaked out. You know what I'm saying? They got to be on some freak shit all the time. Like, niggas is fucking 24/7 type shit, whatever. They compliment you. Nigga, I ain't gay. It's like, damn, it's a compliment, my nigga. What's wrong with a nigga? Like, you think he trying to fuck you because he's saying that you look good? I've been complimented by many people. You know what I'm saying? And I know what the difference between somebody flirting with me and somebody giving me a compliment. Even when it comes to a nigga. I had a gay man come up to me one time saying that I look good. And he was trying to beat my doonies down. And then I had another gay man that came up to me, said I look good, just because he thought I actually looked good. And I looked like I was really very put. There was a difference. There was a difference. You know what I'm saying? I could tell. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with a girl. But this is the thing, though. Niggas is like, for some reason, this is bad. I think this is bad because I think people don't allow people to be normal, like, be humans. Like, you, what's the word I'm looking for? It's so crazy how, especially with niggas, black people and specifically, how it's so crazy to be associated with being gay. Period. Especially when it comes to niggas. Like, anything that you do, you don't want to be seen like that, even if you do something that is very harmless, as like dressing up as a girl for a skit or some shit, or you doing something sassy for a couple seconds. You gotta automatically correct. No, nigga, I ain't gay, bro. I want everybody to make sure that I want just, you know what I mean. I may do this, you know what I'm saying. I may be sassy, whatever, but I ain't gay though, nigga. I don't like niggas, bro. I don't fuck niggas. Like, why niggas gotta be so pressed about that shit, bro? Why do niggas gotta be so pressed about it? It ain't like, why do you care what another man thinks about you? I think it's more gay in that sense that niggas care to seek the approval of other niggas to think that you're not gay. That's more gay to me. Cause why the fuck do I give a fuck what another nigga gotta think about what about me about that, bro? This is why I hate this such shit. The pause shit. This is why when we did the no pause 2025, or 2024, or hell, even 2023, when we were doing the no pause shit, I meant that for real. Because what the fuck do I need a pause for? You know what the fuck I mean. You more gay thinking about doing shit like that in that sexual tone than I am by saying that. If I said that I like meat and your first thought is that you talking about man meat, that's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. Because I'm talking about food. I'm talking about actual meat, bruh. Like, what the fuck? Niggas can't even phrase things weird without niggas being mad about it, about the phrasing because they think it's gay. Nigga, you gay for thinking that way. I've always been that way. Like, bro, if you have to say pause, nigga, you are, and I know what kind of mind you have. It don't matter what kind of instance, you know what I mean? Niggas can't even eat hot dogs anymore. You can't eat anything cylindrical, anything, actually, it's not even niggas now. Nobody can do that now. Because I be even seeing girls saying pause, but it's not even a pause. in that sense, like if a straight girl say I got meat in my mouth, she said pause. It's like, what are you pausing for? Like what? Even in that context, like why are you pausing, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is that a pause? Like, that don't even make sense in that context. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you don't want to be associated like that, then sure, that's cool. But like, if we're going by those rules, right? If you are a straight girl and you say you got meat in your mouth, why the fuck are you pausing? Like, what? That don't make no sense. That's like me saying I'm eating you know what I'm saying? I'm eating this shit out. Pause. What? As a straight man, what? How? Why am I pausing that? Like, that don't make any sense. But either way, I just hate the fact that, especially when it comes to religion and especially when it comes to niggas, I don't know, something about this has bothered me because it's, I don't know, maybe this more personal or whatever, but it's like, it's crazy how this nigga Rakai, they try to get on this man is like hitting them with the like, you're an influencer, like you're like, and it's not Kai himself. I'm not putting this on Kai. I'm talking about the pastor dude who was like a little OD with it. Like, why is a nigga chastising a nigga just for doing some shit that's sassy and saying that that's a negative influence? How is that a negative influence? How is a nigga being childish a negative influence on other kids? That's going to make you think that's going to automatically lead them to being something that your religion doesn't deem to be right. I don't understand. I never understood that. I don't understand why people just don't allow people just to be like themselves, bro, without having to be checked or doing some shit, bro. So what if a nigga does some sassy shit once a time, or they're doing a sassy shit for a bit? Why does that like? How does that make you any less or more of like yourself? If I'm a full-fledged straight man and I identify as a straight man, anything that I do that is sassy does not make me gay, bro. If I smack a nigga booty, that don't make me gay, bro, because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And even if it was, then like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. What's the fucking problem, bro? What the fucking problem, bro? Unless if it's, you know what I mean? If it's all consensual, that's all that matters, bro. But like, even still, like, what's up with this shit, bro? I never understood this shit, bro. This shit just be pissing me off, bro. Like, anything you do is just gay, bro. If it's with another dude, like anything. These be the same niggas that be like, you can't be friends with girls. Dead ass, no cap. These be the same type of niggas that be like, you can't be friends with girls because you freaked out. Like, you know what I'm saying? A girl give you a compliment, you think she trying to fuck. A girl brush up on your shoulder, she trying to fuck. You look at a girl, you say, "Get," you trying to fuck. She dressed any type of way, she's trying to seek attention. She trying to fuck. Bro, we gotta admit the fact that niggas are just freaked out. That's really what it is. Y'all niggas is freaked out, bruh. Y'all niggas is freaked out and y'all don't want to admit it, but you are. Cause if anything, everything is just like something to you, like it's just like, bruh, what's up, bruh? Like, I don't know, bruh. But I wanted to watch this a little bit just to be like, cause I watched some of this, but I didn't watch all of it. I just feel like a nigga, like, as an entertainer, you should be allowed to do you should be allowed to like entertain the way that you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas act like niggas wasn't doing this in school. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? Niggas was in the locker room, you know what I mean, doing the same type of shit. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Nigga, I ain't, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gay, bro. But even if I was, what the, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's influencing you. You influence, bro, you have autonomy over your own body. You can make your own choices. If you want to dive into that, that's on you. A nigga out here doing something sassy does not automatically make him a fruitcake or these other terms that you use, bro. Nigga's an entertainer, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell, bro? This is why when that nigga, whatchamacallit, Dave Chappelle, and you know, I love Dave Chappelle. I think he's the GOAT. But the one thing that I will say I disagree with him on is like niggas saying that it was a ritual for like Eddie Murphy and all these other niggas dressing up as like women and shit. It's like, no, nigga, it's entertainment. There was nothing wrong with Eddie Murphy or what's the other nigga? The Big Mama's House nigga? Fucking Martin Lawrence dressing up as women. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. It's entertainment, bro. You think these niggas is gay because they want to, you know what I mean? No, they're entertainers. Like, being able to play a role of something that you're not shows your acting skills, in my opinion. Elevate your acting skills. Because you being able to portray as bro, once again, Robert Downey Jr. portraying as a black man and convincing an actual nigga that he's a nigga should show you how well he is good at acting. Dead ass. Like, come on, bro. I know you know what I mean? And he said any black actor dressing a certain way is a humiliation ritual. Yeah, I think he said that in here too. I hate that term humiliation ritual. Nigga, these niggas are not being forced to do this to things. Especially Eddie Murphy. You think they forced Eddie Murphy to dress up as Rasputia? He thought that shit was funny and it was like, I could do this. You think they forced Eddie Murphy to dress up as the other woman in the goddamn in Norbit? No. He dressed up as a fat man because he likes being in a fat suit. Same thing with Mike Myers, same thing with Jim Carrey, same thing with Jack Black, same thing with Will Ferrell, same with a lot of these guys. There's not like, bro, they didn't do this because they're being forced to do it or because their careers are dead, bro. It's a thing called physical comedy for a reason. Some people are just naturally funny, right? Because of the way they talk. Some people are just naturally funny, just physically, like comedians. Like, same thing with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is a great example of a person that, you know, his physical comedy shit is probably more funny than his actual stand-up. Because the way that he's able to do shit is funny. That's why I feel like a lot of people find Drewski funny, because it's not the jokes that he's telling himself, but it's the way that in his mind and how he portrays the joke is what's funny about it, bro. Him dressing up as some redneck white guy and convincing you that he can play that role is just why people find that shit funny. If Drewski was to come out here and dress up as a fucking big ass fat woman and just, you know what I'm saying, and like make niggas laugh, are y'all gonna say that's a humiliation ritual? Or are y'all saying, oh no, that's accurate because that's this type of comedy? It's his type of comedy, bro. me wanted to dress up as a woman, that's like, bro, because you know what the crazy part is? You're literally just shaming people for trying to do something else. You know what I mean? Because you don't like trans, especially when it comes to like, you're downplaying trans people or like, you know, like cross dressers and shit. They're not doing this to be performative. They're doing this because that's what they want to do. And they find enjoyment in doing that, bro. You said they said that about newer artists who don't dress in a typical masculine way. Meanwhile, if Andre 3000 was young, now dressing how he was, they would say it's a humiliation ritual. I agree with that. Some of the Prince, some with Prince, and if he was young too, today dressing how he was, yeah, if they would be on Prince's ass. They would literally call him gay as fuck. Same thing with Michael Jackson and all these other niggas. But these niggas are seen as role models, and icons, right? Back in the 80s, where a lot of those men were dressing homogeneously, like they were dressing like not how niggas would dress nowadays, like, you know what I mean? Because they didn't have Chief Keefs and like YNs dressing like they were in the 80s and 70s. But this was considered masculine. You know what I mean? We literally watched those early 80s and 90s videos. We saw that. What's that one music video we watched with the nigga with the with the crotch protector? Like, bro, if that nigga was to dress like that in 2025, they would literally call him Lil Nas X in a bad way. You know what I mean? Even niggas got mad at him for at little at little Nas X for dressing the way that he dressed and then promoted like, you know what I mean? And that's just so stupid, bruh. It's like this is why niggas are so limited of doing. This is why, you know what? I'm gonna say it. This is why I'm jealous of women, because even though, you know, the trade-off is like, you know, you got to be in this world and be objectified, this, that, and third. At least you're able to express your emotions. At least you'll be able to express your way, and nobody will call you gay because you want to dress differently, bro. They were wearing bell bottoms in the 70s and 80s, bro. That nigga was literally wearing full spandex with a damn karate crotch protector, bro, and whatever that nigga was wearing. They would call that shit gay as fuck in 2025. Now you have to dress up as a YN, which honestly y'all more because there was another video too that I saw where they had niggas, they were dressed up as like with dresses and shit and calling like these niggas getting sassy now or whatever. And it's like, I always want to revert back. I hate bringing it up to Young Thug, but this is the one thing that I give Young Thug that I applaud him for every time. Young Thug was one of the first niggas to come out with a dress with an AK-47. Now, you can say that it's performative, right? Sure. Niggas was calling Young Thug gay, this, that, and the third. Sure. But it also brought up a good point as to why come Young Thug can't be taken serious as a gangster but wearing a tutu. Now, I guess that kind of makes sense because you'd be like, you know, the intimidation factor. You know, when a nigga wears a suit, he looks more intimidating, right? But on the flip side, I will raise you. When do you find a nigga that's wearing a tutu with an AK-47 underneath it more crazier and more dangerous? Because, like, why the fuck is he wearing that? You know that nigga's crazy. You know that nigga lives his rhymes. Yeah, nigga, I got a tutu. I got two AK-47s in my... Like, no, you know that nigga's a psycho. You know that nigga's a psycho. You say you're not gonna take him... If a nigga comes out of nowhere robbing me in a goddamn onesie, that nigga is insane. I'm just being honest. But either way, who gives a fuck what that nigga's wearing, bruh? Who cares what that nigga is wearing? That has nothing to do with you. At all. You policing how niggas dress, how niggas act, because that's not how you would act. It's so weird as fuck to me. Because you're limiting how other people act. We are all individual creatures. We are all individual creatures that have our own abilities to live the way that we live. Stop trying to police how other niggas live their life. And stop trying to sit up here and create set like restrictions on shit that a nigga can't do because you find it uncomfortable. Like, stop doing that shit, bruh. One of best things sex has ever did. You still remember all the that talk about the Thug cover and that how I never found out that how I even found out that's how you even found out about him. Damn. I mean, that's how I found about him too. It's sad because really this looks like it's mainly a black thing. It kind of is. Because you got to remember, in the black community, I'm not, and you know what? Because I'm not even trying to make this a race thing, but it is true, bro. Not saying that I don't see that with like white people and like Latinos and shit, because it's still, or you know, Asian people, because it's still there. It's still there. You know what I mean? Because obviously, you know, unfortunately in 2025, even though we have great strides before, it's still kind of like weird being, you know, gay in 2025, you know, for a lot of people, I guess. People still can't accept that fact. You know, it's slowly but surely churning, but it's like, you know, you being what different, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you say gay white people, of course, do go through it, but it's another level with black people. I think they say it here in this video too, because for some reason, black people and gayness just doesn't click at all. Because I think he literally says, it's okay if those other people do it, but as a black man doing that, you know, it's a problem. And it's like, why is that a problem though? Why is it a problem that he does something sassy? A white kid could do something sassy. Oh, it's funny and shit. This, that, and the third. Oh, it's considered a joke. A black kid does the same thing. Now it's not funny no more. Now it's not. You know what I mean? Now he's fatherless. He has problems. He's getting led down a different path. So like these white kids, they can do whatever they want because they're white. But when a black person does it, now all of a sudden oh no, he's misguided. Like our brother's going down a wrong path. We're going back to slavery all over again. Menstrual cycle, all that. Like bro, like nigga, what? Like what? What do you mean? There's no difference. You only doing that because you putting your notions onto this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit weird. Like, if you really had no problem with a nigga being quote unquote gay, right? Why come a kid that we know is straight? He does something sassy for a bit. Mind you, this is like he's doing shit for the purpose of being funny. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas doing like yes and all that shit. Like for the purpose of being funny. He doesn't live that. Nigga literally said, is that you? Is there something that you gotta, you know what I mean? And normally, you know what I'm saying? Because like, normally you would say like, are you saying that as a joke? No, he dead ass was serious about that. I'm like, bro, what? That don't make no sense. Why the fuck is him doing something sassy? Because I think this happened after like, I think him and I forgot the Brazilian kid's name, but whatever. But it was him and the Brazilian guy. They dressed up like they were like, he got like a BBL or something, and like he had like fake titties or something. You know what kids do, bro? Like, or when anybody's making fun of somebody or over caricaturizing something, like, so what? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? These are the same type of niggas that be shaming niggas that be like, you know what I mean? Like, they want to like wear a wig. I wore a wig. I've cosplayed as a woman before for the joke. Ain't nobody forcing me to do this shit, bro. There was an old video of Ian that resurfaced posing with his booty out in shorts and a thong, and everyone forgot about it a few days. Wait, what? Wait, this was real? Wait, what? But yet again, if we like, mind you, this is the same thing that happened to Sketch. Shout out Sketch, because I love that nigga, bro. But when that whole shit, when they found like that whole Sketch drama shit where Sketch came out, there were some pictures of him, whatever, dressing up, looking kind of like sus or whatever. Notice that a lot of the niggas really got like kind of weird out about it. Like, I can't hang out with this nigga no more because he out here dressing up as a girl and shit. What? What does this man got to do in his private have anything to do with you? That means you were never really fucking with him in the first place. You know what I mean? Let it be a young black rapper the same age and they'll say it's a ritual. It's just weird how, I don't know, man. Like, y'all trying to sit up here. I don't even know what the right word is, but it's like trying to make doing something that is not normal for a straight man to do as something problematic instead of being like, you know what I'm saying? Because like people already had, like, especially in the black community, they have this preconceived notion of what a gay person is. It's the over personification version of what a gay person is. So they just automatically assume every person that identifies and specifically we're talking about gay men. Not, you know what I mean? We're not even talking about trans people, none. Specifically just gay men. They just, what, you know what I mean? Like, they have this preconceived notion that all gay men act like what a stereotypical gay man acts like in television. But yet be the same niggas that be mad about, and justifiably so, when a Korean person out here doing blackface, you know what I mean? Or being like, their only representation like they seen is like, you know what I mean? Like, of a black person. But it's like, bro, it goes both ways. And I don't agree with it because it's wrong on both parts. It's wrong on both parts. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got an Asian person out here doing cultural appropriation, yeah, get that nigga. But we should also be getting on your ass for just assuming that a gay nigga is just all gay people, all gay men are literally just the same iteration of something that you saw on TV. because that literally is what they say. They see a gay person, they'll be like, and that acts, I guess, quote unquote normal, and they'll be like, damn, I thought y'all all act like, you know, more like they're more sassy and shit like that. Because you see a couple of personified versions of that you see. You automatically assume every gay person is the same way. It's like, no, bro. Just how not all black people are the same. Just how all Asian people are not the same. Just how all white people are not the same. All Latinos, like, you know what I'm saying? All straight people ain't the same. All gay people ain't the same, bro. They're not a monolith. They come in all shapes and sizes, bro. I don't understand why people don't understand that, bro. There is some gay people that you wouldn't even know were gay unless if they told you. That don't act like sassy and all that other shit. They don't speak with a high voice. There's a lot of gay men that are out there that don't have the high pitched gay raspy voice, whatever, or be like, yes, like they talk like that. They don't like. There's a lot of them that just sound quote unquote normal. You know what I mean? I just don't understand why it's such a problem, bro. I just don't like, bro. It should. I'm sorry, this shit right here just pissed me off because it's like, bro, y'all trying to make it. Y'all gonna make this man like. Y'all trying to make it as black, especially as, you know, being black and doing something like funny and trying to limit yourself of being like doing something that's just not, it's harmless, as something like you shouldn't be doing that because you're representing something that's not, you know, quote unquote right in the eyes of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. When it's like, I don't think God really care if you're acting sus, bro. Maybe I'm wrong because I'm not a religious guy, but like, I doubt God would really be like, yeah, man, I remember back in 2008 or 2025, you were on Kais and that stream and you were poking your booty out. Yeah, you get a tick for that one, bro. I don't think God's doing all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean? I don't think that nigga's gonna be clocking your shit, bro. What the fuck is wrong with a nigga saying clock it? T, sis, and yeah. Like, what is wrong with that? Why can a nigga not say that without it being gay? I don't. What is wrong with clock it, bro? I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I just wanted to say that because it's like that should be. It was kind of bothering me a little bit. It was just kind of bothering me a little bit, bro. Because it's like I see this so often, bro, and it's just so weird, bro. Like we need to stop like this shit, bro. Niggas can't even say girl lingo anymore. I don't think niggas were ever able to say girl lingo or anything girly related. Niggas got chastised for watching girly shows, quote unquote. Niggas call you gay if you watch a goddamn show that stars girls in it and you're a guy, you're a dude. So I'm not even surprised that niggas like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas will always get on your ass if you sound like one of the girls. Damn, nigga, like, but the girls can do the same thing with, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Niggas get mad. Bro, you know what's even the crazier part? It'd be the same niggas that be getting mad at girls for saying nigga or saying dude. Bro, I literally, bro, I'm not even trying to like be on niggas case, bro, but I literally had I had an old homie of mine who literally got mad at his girl because she said dude, like or like my nigga or some shit, like, and she was like talking like a dude or some shit, like. And I was like, I told him like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with that, bro? Like, what, like, and he be getting mad because she don't be calling her bae, calling him bae or some shit. I'm like, nigga, what? So you're mad at your girl for not wanting to call you bae, just call you like, yeah, dude, shit like that, like. So you're mad at that. That's what you're mad at, but she's the sassy one. Like I don't know, like y'all. The crazy thing is y'all be complaining about this shit, but y'all sound like the things that y'all are complaining about. That's why a lot of y'all, I really did think a lot of y'all niggas really gay for real. Like y'all really, y'all the ones be mad at gay at anything that's not like, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But y'all really be the ones that like, come on, bro. if you a nigga complaining about your girl calling you like dude or saying bro, if you're complaining about your girl saying dude and bro instead of calling you bae or saying or sounding more like girly or whatever, says more about you than it does your girl. Just saying. I have no problems with my girl saying dude or bro if that's a part of her lingo. If she's saying nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, girls can say nigga too. Like, what? Nigga is not just a man thing. When has nigga ever been like just a man thing? Like, because that's not. Hey, it didn't matter if you were a man or a woman, nigga. Back in those days, they were calling everybody niggas, bro, with the hard R. Shout out Young Thug, like, bro, like what, like. So I don't understand how a nigga became just a man thing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But enough yapping, bro. Enough yapping, bro. I would say we watch this video, but actually no, like, fuck it, bro, because it's only 11 minutes. We'll just move on to the other shit, because I just really wanted to.
Huh?
We're gonna skip to the flashback part.
Coming out. Influence over the internet could be a certain way with us about that too. It's a lot.
When you met. Flashback.
So if you're sitting right here, I know I'll be having y'all say a lot, but it's a lot we say with our mouth and we do with our mouth. To God be the glory. I'm gonna get on you about that too. It's a lot we say and do with our mouth. So if you're here right now, I need somebody to do some positive things with that mouth of yours.
Look how everybody's quiet.
The internet could be a certain way with us, Rakai. I told you I was gonna get on you. Can I be your big brother?
What?
Can I be your big brother? Yes. Don't tell me that. I'm from Chicago. Rakai, can I be your big brother? Yes. Okay. Are you coming out?
Yeah, that's kind of weird, bro. Why you want to be my big brother, bro?
You
trying to roleplay be my brother?
You seen the video. You seen the videos. I tried talking to you last time. You put me to the side and said, what do you mean by grow up? I said, Reggie, how old are you? I said, Talia, how old are you? How old are you, Dad?
24.
How old are you? Okay, I said, that's why, because you're around older people. Are you coming out, brother? Because maybe we not, maybe we own you and we should be giving you a hug. You see what I'm saying?
Isn't that weird though? What does he mean by that?
Okay. Why you keep kissing and what's up with all this? Hold on. God, watch the word. God always has a plan. You. Chat, can I get a...
What does that have to do with anything? Like, bro, and look, once again, I want niggas to know, I'm not if you believe whatever you want to believe, I'm not going to shame anybody for to believe whatever you want to believe. But, nigga, I just been around too many niggas like this. I've been to too many churches and, you know, Christianity. Even though I got my beef with Christianity, if you believe it and it works for you, it works for you. But a lot of y'all niggas are insane. Because, like, what does that have to do with anything? God has a plan. Like, I'm sorry.
Agree, y'all three are more important than him, and these two. You don't know that? You don't know that, big homie? Can I tell you why you more important, Rakai? I need you to ask me why. What? You got the kids. You got the youth. I know it's hard to grasp right now, but you got the children, the youth. You got the black kids. The first thing they want to do is kill the black image, sir. Wig, dress, gay, ritual, humiliation.
Right.
I know it's heavy, Rakat, but you did something. You asked and said, Castanet, can I be there? Did one cat already famous when you asked that? So you asked.
So my thing is, what are you trying to say here? Because in order to participate in a ritual, that requires a sacrifice of something, and somebody is leading that sacrifice to draw you into that. So you're basically saying Kai is forcing this nigga to do gay shit to sacrifice his humanity to become more popular. That's literally what you're saying. Am I wrong? And I doubt that's literally at all what's going on here. I'm just saying.
ask for a spotlight. You ask for this. I asked that I be a big brother, right? You hear me? Yeah. I got to, bro. Because like I said, today's word is God always has a plan. Y'all are. Because y'all have the youth listening to us, to y'all.
Okay.
And y'all are part of something that the youth sitting back right now saying, if I was doing that, if he could do it, I should do it. If he said it, I could say it. If they did it, I could do it. What's being said, this for all us now. Watch this. Because we understand that, and do we understand that they're important?
Yes.
Okay, so that means we avoiding God. We avoiding God's word. Not taking it more serious. In front of everybody. In front of everybody.
End of flashback.
And that's what that man said. And I'm just like, that made no sense. I don't know if there's clearly some things that were cut out, but I'm just like, nigga, what? What exactly are you actually mad about for? Or what are you trying to preach? What was your message here? Because he did some like, and look, and I don't disagree, right? Because, you know, obviously these niggas, they're influencers for a reason. That's why we call them influencers. You know what I mean? People going to watch people and do and say whatever, like, you know what I mean? Because when you take a liking to somebody, right, who has a large influence, right, you're gonna adapt some of their lingo. You're gonna do all that. That's the influence part. We all done it. We all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got a favorite comedian, a favorite actor, actress, you know, Twitch streamer, YouTuber, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even cartoon creator, whatever. You know, if you really like what that person is, you want to model yourself out of them, like, type shit. Like, it is what it is. Yeah, we all been through that, and especially as a kid, because you're being molded like that. But at the same time, you were expecting a kid to lead kids. He's a kid himself. These are all relatively young niggas, kids, who are just trying to be themselves. That's why people like them. Because they're naturally themselves. They're not faking it, and they're not doing all this extra shit on some other shit, bro. Like, they're just being themselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, let a kid be a kid, bro. What the fuck is wrong with that? They ain't gonna lead them to doing some shit that, you know what I mean? Nigga, nobody can make another person gay. Sorry to hate to be that. I don't know why. Especially Christians think that, like, you do some gay shit, that automatically makes you gay. And they automatically, it's like a virus, like, you know, and then one gay nigga do one gay thing, and then everybody gay once they start doing that. No. No, that's not how that works, bro. You have autonomy over your own body, bro. You're allowed, you control what you want to do. Nobody can force you to do anything in your life, bro. They can't. So stop trying to think that this nigga doing something sus is going to make a lot of other kids thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, because, like, sure, there's some examples, right? With the Sneeko shit, right? When Sneeko had the shit going on with him and them kids came up to him, that's an example of bad influence. But yet again, that's a grown man who was clearly lost in his path, right? Or whatever he got going on. That's totally different from what Rakai is doing. Because they were proactively trying to get people to believe in that rhetoric. He's just being goofy. You know what I'm saying? That's one that's actually forcing real propaganda versus a nigga who is just being goofy. He has no, like, this nigga can barely read. This nigga can barely read, bruh. let's keep it, but I don't want to hold that nigga, but this nigga can barely read, bruh. Who the fuck is he actually, bro, come on, bruh. He is the same age as some of the kids that is watching him, bro. That's a blind leaving a blind, bro. So he does some such shit. It's not because he's doing it and all the kids are doing it. This is shit that he's already seen that he thought was funny, and other kids are already doing it in their own circles anyway. They're just doing what niggas, like, teenagers and kids do, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is he talking about, bro? This is shit. This is shit. This is what's going on and what they see on TikTok and shit. That's not even. It's literally harmless. It's literally harmless. they're not gonna become more gay. They're not gonna become gay because they're doing this shit, bruh. And even if they do so miraculously do that, what the fuck is their problem? It's their own body, bruh. Like, come on, bro. There's a difference between straight propaganda and a nigga doing something that may go viral, like you know, a nigga saying a word and shit, and people adopt that because that's just the cool lingo or fad or whatever's going on in that shit, bro. These are two different things, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. That's what the shit that kind of pissed me off, because it's like, bro, these pastor ass niggas, bro, like, y'all are no better than any of these other people, and y'all try to chastise a kid for doing kid things, bro. He's simply a kid, bro. Let him be a kid. Like, who cares, bro? He gonna learn from his mistakes. He should. And the thing is, I haven't been watching the Mafia-thon, but I have been seeing the interactions with these two. I know Kai genuinely cares for this nigga, and he's trying to instill lessons in this nigga like the best way that he can, even though it's not his job to do that because he's only what, 23, 22, bro. It's a kid leading the kid once again. But that nigga care for that man, but he can only do so much. But like at the same time, he ain't a bad influence for this man. He not. Just a kid, bro. Like it just like, bro, like niggas be them, bro. Why niggas gotta be out here being preachy and shit? You doing this shit, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. This shit is so trash, bro. Niggas just can't not be themselves in 2025. Niggas can't be themselves 2025. You do anything. Like, I don't know, man. It's just. And I don't want to sound like I'm like trying to dog on Christianity and shit, bro. I'm really not. Because I don't really care at the end of the day, bro. You do what you want to do, bro. It's your world. You live in it, bro. But stop trying to force beliefs or like put shit on other people because you don't agree with it, bro. Even when it's not even nothing wrong with what they're doing, bro. Just being themselves, bro. Like, damn, bro. A nigga can't even stress without being like, nah, bro. You setting a bad example. You being gay now. You setting a bad example. Like, not my dog. I'm just stretching, my nigga. I'm just stretching, my nigga. It ain't nothing serious, bro. Like, come on, dude. Shit's so corny, bro.
Compliments.
Shit is so corny, bro.
He brought home the bacon with the 100.
That's all I wanted to talk about, though. I'm sorry that took so long, but
to you
that shit was just so trash. Let's move on to some lighter shit, though. Let's move on to some lighter shit.